Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
I don't think I'm that uncoordinated that I can't hit a cup off your head. It's not like you have a small head. You have a very large head. So
that's a lot of head to hit.
No, it's not. There's nothing. I'm not gonna miss it.
You right? You ain't gonna miss it. My head big as hell. You ain't gonna miss it.
All right, I'm not gonna miss the cup. I think the problem here is Devin is just so scared of me hitting him. He's not thinking like, oh, there's a chance she may not hit me.
I know there's a chance, but I know there's a chance that she might.
It's 50-50. That's
what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, it's 50-50, but I think Dev is just going by the fact that he ain't trying to get rocked in the face with a belt.
But I purposely, if you getting hit with the belt in your face, to me that's on purpose. Because the way you holding it, the way you swinging it, it's on purpose.
I think it could be both. It could be on purpose, but I also think you can make a mistake and not intentionally hit the person in the face. You thought you got it, but when you swung that motherfucker, you ain't whip it the right way, the right way.
I mean, okay. I just feel like we should do it and see how the trust level is.
Like I could be like, in my heart of hearts, if you was to do it, like have a cup on your head, I can in my brain confidently feel like, yeah, I ain't gonna hit you, but I can't say for sure 100% that I ain't gonna hit you.
100%, I ain't gonna hit you.
Yeah, see, that's unfair because you know that ain't true.
But it is true. I'm telling you, 100%.
You have nothing that proves that.
Right, because any kind of challenge that we do like this, you won't, or any kind of challenge we see where it's like physical contact, you won't let me do. So there's no, there's no
something being done to the man.
Huh?
There's always something being done to the man.
What else was done to the man?
Any type of physical contact is usually woman trying to do something or prove something that she could do to her partner, her husband, or something like that.
Kevin Sage did it, and his wife succeeded. I just feel like we could succeed in this too, Johnny. I feel like this could be something special if he just lets me do it.
Good. You have to give it a shot.
We should give it a shot. And we should give it a shot on the ASO.
Or we should leave it alone.
Or we could just give it a shot on the ASO. I think that should be the Instagram question, Johnny. What do you think? Should Sabrina and Devin do the I Trust My Wife challenge?
Put it to a poll.
Marco, hold it. Everybody's on. If everybody you
of course they gonna say do it. Of course they gonna say do it because it's like, yeah, smack his ass.
But see, I'm not gonna smack you, and that's the problem.
Girl.
You need to have trust. Trust is big in a marriage.
Trust you with some real shit.
Well, trust me with this real shit.
It ain't real. It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. Trust me with it.
It's a moment in social media.
Right. Are we not based off of social media?
How are we based off social media?
We based on social media and the information we get.
What are you talking about? Us as people or ASO?
ASO.
Oh.
No, as people, we're not based off of social media.
Yeah. Welcome to this brand new episode of another City Opinion podcast. Your boy John. My host in the back is going to be the host in the front today, and my co-host is going to be hosting from the back. So my guy Dev and Breeze hosting in the back.
Yes, sir.
Well,
You want to say hi?
Yeah, you can say hi. Or
just to let people know you're in the building.
I'm in the building.
But it's been the past 2 weeks has been a little slow, entertainment world or whatnot. But hip hop's, I don't know what's to say.
It boy.
Yeah, the golden
Hip-hop's
child
it
of
boy.
hip hop.
The golden child.
Yeah, the golden child. Drizzy dropped a new album. I'll listen to it eventually. It's 23 records.
For the dogs.
I'm not
For my
a
dogs.
big fan. When I be seeing them crazy numbers, I be like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually,
Yup. That's exactly how I be. Soon as I see that shit, it's like, damn.
I definitely listen to the song with him and J. Cole because that's like an instant, oh, we got J. Cole? Yeah, I gotta listen to that,
Right.
Only listened to 2 songs so far, so I got 21 more to go.
What 2 songs you listen to? The Cole track and what else?
Actually, I heard the one with SZA, so you can count that.
Right.
So that's 3. Heard the one with SZA. You can say I heard. Oh, I can say I heard 4. I listened to 4 records because I listened to I think 8 a.m. in Charlotte. That's what it's called.
Yeah. 8 a.m. in Charlotte. That was
I
like the first video.
And I listened to that. The one with SZA, J. Cole, and I listened to the one with Chief Keef.
Yeah, don't like. But he got SZA twice, but it's been mixed reviews about this album. Of course, have the Drakians who are just like, fuck, he did it again. And then you have the haters who like this shit trash, and then you have everybody in between. And so I don't know where.
For one thing, you can't. These people not saying his album is trash, but he is capable of dropping a trash album.
He's not. But see,
he's not immune to it. So I say I wouldn't say a hater because you said album trash. I won't call you a hater. That's what I'm saying.
No, so what I'm saying is there are niggas who don't like Drake, and
that's
therefore,
true.
regardless of what he do,
they
don't say it's trash. So that's who I'm speaking about. And then I was gonna say those in the middle who actually goes looking for a good album and being honest about their opinion once they receive it. So you got the Drakians who, regardless of what he put out, it's the greatest shit alive. You have the haters who, regardless of what he put out, gonna say the shit trash. And then you have the people that's in the middle where it's like, okay, we really gonna listen to this shit and we'll decide based on what we hear. And so I'm not the biggest fan from the few times I listen to it, but the biggest, I guess, hater at the moment seems to be Joe Budden. And Drake, had some words for Joe and this album and shit.
Birdman has some words for Joe.
Birdman came out and had some words for Joe. And basically Joe said what I've heard a lot on social media is like, Drake about to turn 37 and his music seems to be created for the playlist, created for the TikToks, created for the Gen Zs and shit. It's like, we've seen our favorite artists, some of our favorite artists like Kendrick and Cole, who reinvent themselves every time, they put a project out and the music matures with them, where it seems like, damn, Drake, you 37 and you still talking like you be dating 22-year-olds and shit. Like your music don't mature. It don't seem like the people you have around you matured. And so for a lot of people, that's been a sentiment of this album. And Joe Budden has also stated that sentiment. And so Drake being Drake, light skin. So, he had to let him know. He told, Joe, he ain't never making a rap. He had to retire because his ass couldn't rap. And now he's talking about niggas who could do it. If he wasn't successful in rapping, then you shouldn't be talking about niggas in rap. Do you agree with that, John? If you don't make it in raps as a rapper, maybe you had musical aspirations, right? And so that doesn't work out for you, but you find a way to work in the music business. All right, is your opinion about rap music irrelevant?
Unverified, uncertified?
Yeah.
No, look, because in the terms of what I didn't like Drake's response to Joe Budden, but he basically tried to shit on Joe Budden. He could do that. He choose to. You know what I'm trying to say? He could choose to Joe Budden. because I think he feels like Joe Budden's is not. I feel like he feels like Joe Budden's not really critiquing his album. I feel like he feels like Joe Budden's actually attacking him.
Yeah, attacking him.
So I think that's how he viewed it. So that's why he responded the way he responded. But they've had history throughout the years. They you know what I'm trying to say? They've taken a couple shots at each other and whatnot.
Right.
So there's a history there. But Joe Budden ain't when it comes to like opinions, he ain't the best. But since he didn't have, but also, if you compare people to Drake, in Drake standards, a lot of people be failed rappers in Drake standards.
Right. In
Drake standards. So it's like,
yeah.
And obviously that's the way he's critiquing it, is basically based on his standards. There's not that many that had Drake's success, so it'll be everybody's a failure. But I still don't like his response. Joe Budden, obviously his podcast has been doing his thing. Like when it comes to like,
Joe Budden has one of the biggest podcasts in the fucking media, streaming or whatever. Like he's one of those guys. He's a top 10 streamer, podcast guy, probably a top 5.
I'll say when it comes to like when it comes to like hip hop and like the hip hop culture, he might be he might be number 2.
Yeah, who in front of him? Elliot Wilson.
I would say Drink Champs.
Oh, I don't even think Drink Champs is above Joe Budden.
I don't know. I think
Drink Champs, in the sense of where because the way they market themselves, in a sense of like they always bringing people in. Like they always have
straight interviews.
Yeah, straight.
I feel like Joe Budden's podcast probably hasn't had that many interviews. They've had a couple, but they don't really do the interviews like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Joe Budden's audience is bigger than Drink Champs, though. Like,
that's possible.
Drink Champ might be culturally more accepted than Joe, but I think Joe audience and reach is bigger than,
which is possible. But I think that's how it'll go. I think it'll be Drink Champs, Joe in the hip hop world, then Joe Budden's podcast, and to me, I'll put third. I'll put $1 million worth of game, and then everybody else will fill out. I think those in the hip hop world is the top ones. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Everyone,
but again,
disagree.
My whole thing is like, you know, when artists say stuff like that, then like, if you ain't make it to the pros in basketball or sport, you can't comment on what you see, like the game, like a sports caster or an anchor has no validity because they didn't make it to the pros. Like, so when you say shit like that, it's like, it sounds almost like you butthurt. Because it's like, come on now, because we know in every industry, there's the people that actually do it, and then the people that are professional critiquers. Like, you have a artist, and then you have the person that comes and critique the art. You get what I'm saying? Like, it comes is it works hand over fist or whatever. Like, you have the component of the person who actually put it together, and then you have the professional.
It's just the critiquers have a much bigger platform nowadays.
Right, the critiquers have a bigger platform. You had the movies, right? You have Siskel and Ebert and shit. You get what I'm saying? It's always like that relationship and shit. So I think why Drake really gave Joe his attention, besides they passed, but he knows Joe audience is big. So like for him to say like you ain't really nothing, I think Drake's smart enough to know Joe has a big audience. And so I can shit on you, or I'm going to shit on you because you shitting on me in front of your big ass audience. You get what I'm saying? You talking ill of me in front of your fucking audience, like your large audience. And I don't respect that. But it's at a point also in hip hop where you can't just tell a nigga because a nigga like Drake is Drake. You can't say, yo, that shit was trash. I love you as an artist, but that shit was trash. I say it all the time. First 3 I still be rapping them shit just randomly. But after that and shit, it's hit or miss. Some songs I pull, I love, I take from each piece. You know what I'm saying? I got some shit from Views. I got some shit from you reading this. I got some shit from over here, seeing Certified Lover Boy. I got 1 or 2 there. You know, I'm pulling tracks and shit. Whereas these other ones is like, bro,
Scorpion,
I'm playing these shit. Yeah, Scorpion's like, I got 1 or 2 I can snatch out. Over here, I'm playing these shits. And I think the rise Drake was when he was creating his art. Now he's the biggest artist in the world. He's bored. Like, there's nothing much for him to talk about. The nigga's done everything so good, he ain't really got nothing to talk about. So he keep himself with the young folks. And, you know, the greatest mimicker, the greatest chameleon, like you said, John. Whereas whatever's popping, he can pick that shit up. He like fucking Mystique. He picked that shit up and he do it as good as the ones who really made the fucking wave and shit. And so he continues to be relevant and with the newer generation because whatever
he takes the credit. Once he touches it, it's his.
Yeah, because once the trend is a trend, Drake jump on it, it's Drake shit. Like Drake did that. And so, but if you grew up listening to Drake from the come up, from comeback season, from what's the shit? The first album that's not really an album.
Drake.
No, I'm saying what's the album that's not
I know
really
what you're talking about. I just can't remember the name.
Yeah, Best I Ever Had and shit on it.
It was Drake.
It's not Drake. The name of the album.
I'm pretty sure.
So far gone.
Think so.
That's it's so far gone.
That
was his
So far gone.
His first official album that wasn't a official album and shit. So like you came from.
That's why, because the work of art, it says Drake, and then it says So Far Gone.
So you got the comeback season, you got the So Far Gone, then you get into Take Care, then you get into what was before Take Care, the first official album.
Thank Me Later.
Thank Me Later. Then you got Take Care, who everybody considers a fucking classic, and then Nothing Was the Same. And then after that, he's the greatest and biggest thing. And now it's just like, who can I rock with? Who can I connect with? I'm doing shit with Future, doing shit with this person. I'm rocking with these people. I'm over here with Ross. I'm everywhere that the cool niggas at. I'm making sure I'm tied to whatever's popping.
As a rapper, people want Drake to like. I feel like at a certain point for certain rappers, you gotta talk about like some more like serious topics, like content wise. You gotta talk about
mature.
Yeah, you gotta talk about a little about what's going on in the world.
You have to mature as an artist.
When you talk about like your personal stuff, you could do that. Obviously, everyone deals with personal. You talk about your personal stuff. It's not realism, and you talk about your personal stuff. But it just feels like it'd be like the same old with Drake. Like if you listen to one of his older songs, it's like the same mindset.
Yeah.
Of like why I failed relationship, why I failed.
And that's what I said. It sounds like but it still sounds immature. Like you can still have that relationship content and context, but it still sounds like Drake be in a club. Drake be with the 21-year-old girls and shit. So like it's the toxic, immature relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like you could talk about relationship shit, but it's like you 37. We looking for you to mature in those same conversations. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what people are looking for, especially people that was there from the comeback season, from So Far Gone. We looking for Drake at 37 because he about to be 37, I think, this month. He's still talking like
it's coming because when Joe Budden was talking about it, I said I googled it. It's in 20 days, so
right.
It's 20 days whenever that clip came out.
Yeah, so right, it's sometime this month. I don't know exactly when. And that's why he's October's very own. But it's just again 37. You expect some maturity. So I'm not mad at Drake take. I'm not mad at Joe's take, but I'm not mad at Drake's because as an artist, we are hypersensitive when it comes to our music and our talents and our art. But at the same time, I hope niggas have people around him to say, bro, that sound like some shit you done before. Like, we played this one before. We did this before.
While the shit is hot, you milk that shit. Fuck that. He ain't gonna say we did that before because he's at a point like Kanye when he did the Scoopity-Doo, whatever that shit was. Drake could do some shit like that, everybody will still listen to it. That's the point where Drake is at, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like,
which is unfortunate. I think that's the part we skipping. We skipping the part that because he think he's Drake, he can give us bullshit albums and bullshit shit, and we supposed to take it because he's Drake. Yes, has Drake earned some rights to say he's the greatest? Yeah, but he hasn't earned the right to say I can give you a bullshit project because I'm Drake. I've seen interviews with J. Cole where J. Cole would say, yo, I would not put that shit on my album. That shit would go into like a hiding spot until I perfect it, until I think it's good to be heard. And I think what Joe was saying was Drake ain't there. And that's crazy that after this amount of years that you spent in the industry, you're not there where you're not going to give us a album that sounds like you've worked on it and you've done it and you.
Yeah, Drake, Cole. I mean, because Drake also came at the white boy Parks because Parks was saying like, this sound like some shit that they did one take.
Right.
Like, we done. Let's work on the next one. No, like, how can I work on this? How can we make this shit sonically just.
I think you start taking away from your craft when you do dumb shit like this. And so to me, I'm not I don't like Joe either. I can't stand Joe Budden's ass. Like I Devin, when I hear him listening to him, my skin falls. Like I can't stand Joe Budden. But in the same sense, Joe has been in the industry enough to say what is good and what is not.
Right.
And so to me, I agreed with Joe. I'm ready to hear a dope rap, and I'm here to hear something that it sounded like it took you a while to produce because you wanted to perfect this.
Right.
And that's the reason why I love J. Cole, because it feels like every time he puts an album out, it's not something he just put together. It sounds like it might be because he takes forever for the album to come out.
Right.
But it sounds like I'm gonna perfect this. This is what I'm gonna perfect. So, I mean, maybe Drake needs to take a break, and hopefully this break that he does take.
Some time to. You would say like it's funny to say maybe we take this time to get some life experience, and you would think being the greatest artist or the biggest artist in the world, you would have all the life experience.
That's the problem. I think sometimes it was just given to Drake.
But I'm just because he's so popular, the life experience he has isn't really real because it's like you a superstar, you the man. Whereas like you in front of the spotlight, like J. Cole, fucking even Ye, these niggas disappear, right? Go to some fucking foreign land and fucking. What was in Colorado?
Wyoming.
Wyoming, and cut themselves off from the world. Like completely cut themselves off from the world so they not influenced by what's going on. Whereas Drake is watching TikTok while he in the studio.
Right.
I like that little bop. I like that. I'ma take that. I'ma make it little Drake. I'ma make it Drake shit. Now fuck y'all.
But see,
it's my sound.
The crazy part is the first three albums sounding like he had more life experience than he does have now. Right. And that shit is crazy to me because talking about your raps when you first started and you were talking about Michael Jackson and Beat It and Probably Fall in Love If I Eat It, to now when you mentioning Dorian and being a father and, unfortunately the death of your mom, it's life experience. You hear the growth in the music. You get what I'm saying? And that's where I feel like Drake should be somewhere at, is that life experience should be what you're rapping.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have been the first 3 albums. It should be the last 3 albums, not the first.
But see, that's what I think. The first 3 is the come up. Whereas he's big, but he's still growing. He's not highly respected or accepted by everybody.
Right.
He's still fighting against the music world. By the last album, by nothing was the same. You fucking Drake. You are the god.
Right.
Now the fight is over. Now how can I reinvent myself?
Right.
And I think Drake has had issues with that, reinventing himself while he's still being at the top. Whereas you see, like, not to compare, Hove, the GOAT, each album got the singles, got the girl records, but then has the introspective records.
I don't think Game of the Throne
What's
was
the Throne?
I don't think that had any girl version.
No, that's not. I'm talking about Jay-Z albums. We go Black Album. We go Kingdom Come. You go American Gangster. You go 444. Like 444 sound like an old nigga rapping, but it's super cool. On the Run, like there's growth, there's life in these albums. Where it's like, yeah, you're not experiencing that life, but listening to them, you can experience their life.
Right.
Whereas Drake, for the last 10 years, his music sounds like he's at parties with young girls, parties with young men, doing young people shit. And unfortunately, we don't want to hear that from a 37-year-old rapper. We want to hear you, even if you're going to talk about the growing pains of dealing with women and shit.
That's understandable, but also heard 50 say like hip hop is like for the youth. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like at a certain point, it's for the youth. It's the youth.
Since when?
Yeah, it's the truth. That's all true. But the top niggas is always the top niggas. Like regardless of the landscape, it's always the youth, right?
But since when has it been? Rapping has always been old niggas.
The landscape of hip hop has always been overrun by the youth. The youth,
like catering to the youth, because the youth is who gets the records. They buy the records.
Youth pushes the music forward. Youth is the part of the change in generation. But we can see that when you a fucking dope artist, it don't matter what you talking about. If it's fire, it's reaching. So you don't have to play the gimmicks, because Kendrick don't play the gimmicks. Kendrick do Kendrick. And it don't matter what fucking age you are, you go to people. So when people use that for the youth shit, I always beg to differ, because the youth is never on top of hip hop. They fill out the landscape of hip hop, but usually the top dogs are the ones who's aged in hip hop.
No. I understand that point, but it's just like the consumer is more like the consumer is more the youth. The youth is like the big consumer. They're the demographic when it comes to this.
Right.
They're more the demographic. Again, it's just
you're making my point, because the youth, regardless of what it is, they could be young or not. If something fire come out, they going for it. So you can say you don't have to pander to the youth, because Kendrick sell out fucking everywhere he goes. And the demographic of hip hop is those young people. So that doesn't matter. You can be conscious of the trends and the awareness. You don't have to pander into it, because ultimately the true hip hop fans that actually buys hip hop are people who appreciate hip hop. The youth that 50 talking about, they are the ones who are here for a moment. They're here for a good time, not a long time. So the ones who actually love hip hop and appreciate hip hop, youth and all, they just want great quality music. And so that's why you'll see this Drake album shoot #1 one week, and then the following week it dropped. That's the youth. Whereas opening, the shit #1. Next week, the shit #50. Album, every song top 10. First week. Next week, shit completely drops down. That's how the youth works. So when people use that, yeah, the youth, saying that doesn't mean you have to pander to what the TikTokers or the trends may be at the time.
I agree with
because
you. You shouldn't have to pander, but I think that's a lot of the issues that comes with it. I think it's
but you don't have to when you as big as a Drake. Because we see it from those who ain't as big as Drake.
Yeah,
Kendrick ain't bigger than Drake. Cole ain't bigger than Drake.
Yeah, they're not.
But they come and they take their time, stay away from whatever's going on, and speak their piece, create their art project, and the world, regardless youth or not, they appreciate it. Drake is too consumed with what the youth is asking for, and that could be his problem.
But what plays the part with the Kendrick and the J. Cole? There's like a mystique to them. You know what I'm trying to say? They'll drop, do a couple of features, and they'll go away. So they you always waiting for that interest. While Drake is doing the different approach, he's constantly everywhere. So for him, he's trying to keep from, I guess, burning out within the fans' eyes. Like, all right, that's too much Drake. Like, all right, Drake, take it. No, he probably dealing with that, like not trying to burn out in the fans.
No, you saying it wrong. He's doing it in the sense of, I don't want them to miss me. I don't want them to get tired of me, so I'm gonna keep boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna keep dropping. I'm gonna keep dropping. I'm gonna keep dropping.
You go that route. Like if you force feed it, they're eventually gonna get tired of you. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially with people's attention span nowadays, it's gonna be like, all right, come on now. Especially if you're not changing it up, you know. But I feel like you said, as big as he is, he doesn't need to. But I feel like in the back of his mind, he feels like him making this kind of music is what helped him stay on top as long as he stayed on top. So that's where the tug of war is.
Well, I think it's gonna be good for his art for him to take some time off, because again, it's getting to that point where it's like you drop it every year, and nobody's appreciating, or nobody really values highly the music that you're putting out. Everything is for the moment. the fucking Certified Lover Boy really just came out, and motherfuckers, that shit is dead, completely dead.
I don't remember the song. I think it's 21 Savage on it. Is I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt.
Bro, shit died. Him and Savage just had that joint project.
That too.
Who talking about that? All this music is dead.
Nah, people talk about that. 21, can you do something for me? People talk about that.
And it was a joke. We clowned on that.
Yeah.
It was humorous.
But good publicity, bad publicity is publicity. Right?
Not for Drake. Not for an artist as serious as Drake. That's good for some Soulja Boy or some shit. All we talking about from this project, a Drake project, is the humor. We making fun of it. Nah, that's not Drake. We need Drake to take this time to collect his thoughts. Him and his buddy, what's his producer?
40.
Yeah. Tick, tick, tick. Man, 666, 40. Take some time off, and they just OVO, sweatshop, whatever the fuck you want to do. Y'all just sit down and put together some solid piece of music, because this shit got 23 songs, and so far I got 4 maybe that I might pull from this and put on my Drake playlist.
That's a bad percentage.
That's again right now. I'm still listening to it, because there's so many songs you gotta break it.
What are the chances that you get at least to 10?
It ain't gonna get to 10. I already listened to the album throughout 3 times already. I'm not gonna get 10.
So that either way, that means you're getting under 10 on the 23 record tracks.
Yes,
That's a
I
bad
am.
percentage.
I am. I'm definitely getting under 10, but I'm listening to see if there's something I miss.
That's a bad percentage. That's a terrible percentage.
That's where it's at now. But again, it's Drake. Who am I? I can't say shit about Drake. It's Drake.
Nobody can. You know what I'm trying to say?
Drake? Can't say nothing about him.
You know what I'm trying to say? You can't, because not shit on your whole life. But I still gotta listen to the whole album.
Drop y'all reviews on this Drake album in the comments.
Mm-hmm. But as Bree touched upon it, you think Drake has a serious health issue, or he's just saying that as in so he just wants to take a back seat? Because he said it was something minor, but he said he'll get into it. But he's just not trying to talk about it now. And
I thought it was mental health. I thought he said something about the mental health.
What's that?
I think he said something with his stomach in that clip. I think he said something with his stomach, but he didn't really get into it.
I thought it was when he said mental health.
I'm not sure, but I just think it's whatever it is, health, mental, either way, I definitely think it's time overdue because Drake is a hardworking ass nigga who don't stop. Like, bro be going nonstop. And he's been going nonstop since.
Yeah, he's having crazy stomach. It says
stomach issues, yeah.
His stomach.
I mean, you drinking fucking Ace of Spade every night. Drinking Ace of Spade playing basketball. You might have some issues with your stomach. So take the time off, medical, mental. Just use this time to build on your craft. That's all you can do.
Yeah. It'll help you in the long run because health is wealth, and then maybe you could channel some of this into your next project, man.
Right.
You see something.
And people want to hear that shit. People want to hear the human part. Damn, this nigga Drake got bubble guts. Damn. Well, I got bubble guts too. That nigga he be drinking milk. That's why. Niggas hating, so sue me. Cow milk got my stomach hurting, don't move me.
Okay, let's change the subject.
But let's get it to.
You heard the cow bar. Don't move me.
Let's get battle of the corporations. Walmart is blaming Ozempic and saying people who take the drug Ozempic are not buying food. That the drug is slowing down food sales.
Duh, people using it to lose weight.
So Walmart ain't feeling the Ozempic drug.
Because Ozempic was originally made for diabetics, but people have found a new way to use it, and as for weight loss, and it curbs your appetite. So therefore, one market might be failing, but another market is winning. Ozempic opened their doors to a new market. That's healthy living, I guess. But Walmart ain't selling real food anyway. So what they talking about?
Shit, man. People on that drug ain't trying to buy food. I buy that shit.
Ozempic has a lot of side effects.
All them drugs do.
Ozempic has a lot of side effects.
Man,
So does Walmart food.
We should have gone to the pharmaceutical industry.
We ate Walmart food in college.
Yeah,
so
we fucked up.
We ate Walmart food in college, so that's not a good argument, and we're perfectly fine. You're not perfectly
no,
fine.
bro, that's probably why I got MS.
Walmart food. No, this is different. Walmart food.
You used to buy the
food not supposed to have side effects. That's different. They tell you the medication has side effects. It's at your own discretion. You take it. They'll tell you,
you was buying the Tyson chicken. You buying the Tyson chicken from Walmart?
The bags of Tyson chicken.
You would buy that from Walmart when there was a supermarket across the street?
No, Walmart was cheaper.
Yo, I wish I would have known that shit.
Yeah, you crazy. You gotta go with the prices.
Yo, that's crazy.
That wasn't the game. You gotta go with the cheaper prices. Yo, food shopping? rest of
I'm
the
going where I
college
get
days,
the
you know,
deal.
yo, how the fuck this shit turn out to be this much money? Like, damn.
I'm going where the deal's at. I knew ShopRite was down the street, but I used to sit there. ShopRite, I used to go get my. I did used to get the warm food from there, the cooked food. But you go get the pizza rolls and all that shit from Walmart. You get it for the deal.
But you know what's
And
crazy?
they used to have the generic versions too.
You're just to blame it on the drug is crazy. Not to account for like all the prices that's going up, milk
Right.
and bread.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why a lot
They
of
say it's solely Ozempic.
I'm pretty sure that plays a role too, but it's also
But that's probably in a small. That's only a small market, though. Like for Walmart, for them to be like, this company is the biggest competitor when it comes to our food and shit. No, it ain't. That's probably plays a small margin in why food sales are down. But again, food sales are down because food is fucking expensive. So niggas ain't buying food the way it used to. They ain't giving nobody stamps, although we all need them because the cost of living is so fucking high. So motherfuckers ain't really buying. Motherfuckers
Why
buying.
you be on this shit, bro? They said that shit quadrupled from 2020 to 2022, and in the last 3 months, there's 9 million people prescribed to Ozempic.
Because people are losing weight rapidly on this drug,
bro.
Side effects are not. Motherfuckers don't be caring about side effects when they come to want to
these are the real kingpins. They pushing that, like, you know, put that shit on the corner.
Nigga, the drug, bro, the true drug gang. These niggas is the top boy.
They got the peas, they got the food, they got
they got the peas, food, all that. Like the drug industry is fucking killing everybody. Bro. Just like the drugs on the streets.
I feel like that should just be like a natural transition. Use a drug dealer on the streets.
Once you put
official drug dealer.
You become a pharmaceutical dealer, a pharmacist and shit. Because you put so many years in on the streets.
You got the resume, like you already know what's up.
You know percentages, you know science, you know the measurements.
Hell, that should be like the natural. I feel like there should be a lot of drug dealers that moved up, and that should be in like the legal game as like execs. Like, yo, that's homie that used to sell weed on such and such. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Like, it should be like that.
But you would think when weed became legal, that would be the case. But corporate America shut that shit down and then let motherfuckers put niggas in jail for selling weed, but then legalizing it and got niggas still in jail. So they ain't let nobody get no fucking coin.
You know how hard
Walmart again.
You know what I'm trying to say? You know how hard it is to like, oh, I'm gonna open up a weed store. This all types of certification, shit like that. They're gonna make that shit. Probably gonna cost a lot of money to be like, I'll make a whole weed store. I'm selling weed at the store. Cause then you gotta buy the weed from people. It's gotta be good weed. So it's like.
So the funny thing is, right now, weed is legal, but God forbid if you was to open up your own little shop, well, you go to jail. Like,
yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's it. You can't sell it. You can buy it. You can smoke it. You can't sell it. But then that just defeats the purpose. Who you gonna buy it from?
So buy from Big Brother.
You can sell it. You just gotta be licensed to sell it.
Right, you gotta go through the.
It's just like if you wanna sell pills, you become a pharmacist.
Right, you gotta go through the whole rigmarole.
Yeah. One of the qualifications is
and get approved.
Yeah. One of the qualifications is 5 years experience with $5 million in your savings.
And you can't put down your and you can't put down your 5 years experience because they don't really account for that.
Yeah, but you also have to have $5 million in your savings.
It's not easy.
They know damn well nobody's gonna have that in their savings account that's gonna start.
It's not easy. It ain't easy to do so. It ain't like opening a fucking bodega somewhere. They make it hard for people to get into that industry. That's why it's $1 billion industry. was because it was a $1 billion industry on the fucking streets. But Walmart just can't say Ozempic is the sole proprietor when it comes to issues and people not buying food. We ain't taking no fucking Ozempic, but we got to manage when we spend our money on food because the shit is expensive. We ain't just going out and buying food every day and all this and shit because this shit is expensive. We got to stretch those dollars. So blame the fucking American economy,
bro. What I tell you,
food prices going. What?
It costs $2,000 to get your weed license, and then it says right under that, then it says the range to run a dispensary is from $400,000 to $1 million. That's the range to run a dispensary. That's how much funds you're gonna have to have.
No, that's not. I can't get I can't have like a little Cocoa Icy truck with weed. I can have a little Cocoa Icy cart while I sell weed in. They ain't gonna allow me to do that, right? Where I'm pushing it down the street. I got weed. They gonna shut my shit down. But like I said, they make it hard for
Are there any
people
dispensaries
to
in New
even
York
get in
as we
the
speak?
business. So
I think
there's some. There's some in the Bronx.
Legal?
Yeah, legal dispensaries. You gotta have a card and shit. You gotta have a medication card and shit and all that. But
Wow,
it's some in the Bronx. You Google
There's one in
you Google them
Queens.
shits. They come up.
There's one there's one right here, close to me, East 58th Street. That's literally close to me.
Yeah, they out there.
One on East 30th.
They out there. But Walmart, how about y'all work on y'all prices and work on y'all people and shit? Get people at them registers and stop doing them fucking self-checkouts. How about y'all work on that?
There's two of them there, man.
Walmart worried about the wrong
There's
shit.
one on East 62nd Street.
Walmart worried about the wrong shit. Y'all trying to do all these self-checkouts and y'all mad because niggas stealing. How about y'all put more cashiers in them bitches and then maybe people will come shop?
Crazy. Man, these need the food prices to go down. But
bro, I can't even tell you the food price at these grocery stores around us. It's ridiculous.
Fucking expensive.
It's ridiculous, bro. We dead ass on Sundays. We go buy food for dinner. We dead spend $60, $70 for fucking spaghetti and salad.
Spaghetti and a biscuit.
And a pack of biscuits.
That's
we spending
wild.
$50, $60.
That is
one meal. Fuck out of here, bro.
Something's got to give. Dev, our guy's back in the news again. Our guy, Ye, apparently his company is filing for a trademark for Yews. I don't know what this meant to be. What we got going on.
Use as in Jews or
as in
Yews.
as in YEWS. Yews.
Well, you replaced Y. Hey, Ye trying to create his own people.
Imagine. Have people out here
his own reservation and shit. He gonna have his.
Have people out here claiming
I'm Jewish, nigga. Nigga, I'm Jewish.
Nah, that's crazy. He
I'm
probably
the
got
son of
the
Ye.
album.
Yeah, I'm the son of Ye, nigga. I'm from the land of Ye. I'm Jewish.
I pray to Jesus. He already did the Jesus shit. That's crazy.
He definitely did that.
That is wow.
Look, I'm excited to see what maybe it's it's a ploy for his political run. Maybe that's gonna be his party, the Yews. But we'll see what comes from Ye. Ye been quiet, so it's about time he stir up some shit. So But what he do?
You know what's crazy? As we're doing the pod, the BET Hip Hop Awards is going on right now.
Oh, okay, so we cover that next week.
This is going on as
Because who does it on a Tuesday?
I don't know what these award shows doing, these weekday award shows now.
Like, why?
see. That's what I be trying to tell you. When y'all be like, "Yo, John, why you ain't watch?" I really don't be knowing. I really don't be knowing.
Well, that's different. When not knowing, I knew it was today, but again,
Honestly, I didn't even know.
I'm not going to watch. I can't pod and watch TV. That's one, two. On a Tuesday though, like people got jobs.
And again, Sundays used to like be when they used to have awards. It's like the cap of the week, like the cap of the before you go to work. You have the award show and shit. It's like at least you leave your Sunday with a bang and shit, because you're gonna be depressed on Monday going to.
But that's when the award shows were good too.
Yeah, that too. I can't remember the last great award show. I was like, yo, this was a good fucking award show.
I could say it was the one where they had the cipher, but it was the R&B cipher with Erykah Badu and all.
But that's what the other award show they do that the Soul Cipher
the Train Awards.
Yeah, the Soul Train Awards. Soul Train do this.
But that was the awards that it was like old school. They were giving old school their flowers and shit. Yeah. So it was a dope kind of like feeling to watch.
And that's what I go to the award shows for anyway. I want to see the legends get celebrated. I don't care about these awards like that no more. Like I need to see like a full set like of one of the OGs coming up there performing some of their hits, or like people paying ode to the legends and shit. That's the shit that'd be good about the award shows. Other than that, the awards nominations alone, nobody cares. Nobody be listening to music really like that. Niggas gonna be consuming music the way they used to, in the sense of the way we digest music and the way we sit with records and we sit with albums and we, break down each album and we just let them, again, attention span. We don't really give albums the amount of attention that we used to. So the awards don't really be mattering like that no more. Just give me a good ass show. You ain't gotta have awards. You could just have a show where you pay respect to the OGs and people love it more.
Again, I miss the days where the no offense, when the big people's at the awards, like Beyonce, Kanye, Jay-Z.
Yeah, they don't even show up for this shit.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Even Cardi B hasn't been to a lot of the award shows lately.
The legends,
nobody's
the big names
there.
don't ever
So
be there.
what are we watching for?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I mean, sorry, I'm over it.
ODOH. Down to the Hip Hop Awards.
What? Let's get into a video I believe Bree sent in the chat. I don't know how old the video is. When I try to look back at the video after I watched it, it was removed by the user. But good old, the new Captain America was refusing to take pictures with the kids.
I researched it. This video was a month or two ago. But because this is the seventh incident where he denied taking pictures with children, people are not posting it like, he really
this nigga really don't take pictures with
kids, not adults, kids.
That's crazy. At least the kids.
He say he don't take pictures at all. But motherfuckers say like, you Captain America, you don't. Honestly, the only real black superhero.
Who's the main hero?
He must be Captain America.
Right, that's what I'm saying. In Marvel right now, you are the leading black superhero. And
unfortunately, homie passed away. So
right, I'm speaking solely as of the moment. Like, of course, Chadwick would have been that, but at the moment, for the sake of the MCU, he is the leading black man, taking up one of the biggest mantles in comic books as Captain America. And you see it on the streets, and you got little black and brown kids coming to you saying, hey, you my hero, can I take a picture? Captain America?
Yeah.
No.
I fucks with him as an actor, but damn, that's fucked up.
I don't fuck with his acting. He always sucked. He did that movie Crossover. Was it Crossover?
Yep, he did crossover.
I saw him.
Papa
I'm like,
Doc.
suck.
That nigga Papa Doc. And let's keep it a buck.
And he played Tupac in Notorious.
And
Let's
that
keep
shit
it a buck.
sucked.
Anthony Mackie ain't the strongest of actors.
He's not. He sucks.
So
He
you would
actually
think
had
he'd be
He actually had one good, like a good movie that I liked of his. So he was like, he fathered like so many children. You ever seen that movie?
What's the name of it?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Where it was like it was like the sperm bank thing.
Yeah, I think he was married to Kerry Washington. He came home to the crib. She cheated on him.
Yeah,
He broke his heart, and then he just went on was just impregnating everybody. That was actually a good movie.
And I vaguely remember that movie. But again, Anthony Mackie ain't the strongest of actors. Ain't nobody going to say, "Oh, I'm going to see that new Anthony Mackie movie." Like, nigga, you got a good role as Captain America, nigga. Unfortunately, when you
MCU
take
definitely boosted his status. I'll say
boosted his status, and unfortunately, the bad, I guess people would say, of being these superheroes, you become these people. You become this role. You have to live within this role, on and off the camera, on and off set. And so you a black man as one of the leading superheroes in MCU. Come on, man. You take pictures with little black and brown kids. Okay, skip the white kids, but at least black and brown kids.
But even if you take a second, you tell the parents one picture, please, man. I'm out and dinner.
That's it, just one.
Just make sure this.
Hey, get them all together. We're gonna do one. Keep it moving. It looks bad for him to be.
He just. Oh.
Yeah, it just looked. Chadwick would never do that.
Man,
no, because Chad.
No, it's crazy. Seeing Chadwick, he was tired of doing the Wakanda Forever. He was still doing it. He was doing.
Yeah, but he said that he like, I'm tired of it, but I know what it means. I know what it represents.
But not only that, Chad knew whether he was doing the Wakanda or he was just taking pictures. Chad knew what it meant to be in that position where you are a black man, because he remembered when Denzel Washington came to his school and took out the moment to spend with him. Yep. And that changed his life forever. And I think Chad had that perspective in life. Like, I know what it is. What one picture with one word, what one smile can do to these kids. Again, and that's the difference between him and a lot of actors.
He said it. He said, I'm tired of doing the Wakanda Forever. I'm tired of it, but I know what this represents and I know what this means to our people and our kids. So therefore, I do it.
But even Michael B. Jordan, who's not like, he wasn't the biggest on Marvel or anything like that. Yeah. He said that he would be drunk coming from the club and kids would be asking to take pictures with him and he would still take pictures no matter what capacity he's in. Yeah. Because he understands.
Wow, he coming home drunk. He's seeing kids. Fuck kids doing that.
Well, like he was saying it would be like 5 or, he said it would be like 5.
He done had a long night and it's morning for some people.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Kids going to school and shit.
Yeah, kids are up in Sprite where he just ended his night and shit.
Yeah, living life like a movie star, like yo.
Yeah. But even that, and I'm pretty sure he's tired and he's drunk. He's drank a lot, right? And he still has the moment to say, "Well, I'm gonna take a picture with you." And I've seen the videos, and it just makes me irritated that who's not as big as Michael B. Jordan, right, feel the need to say, "I don't take pictures with nobody." Like, who the fuck are you? And see, that would have been my response. Because I would have been like, Dorian, you don't want to take a picture with this bum anyways. He ain't shit. Like,
but he finally got a role where people can say he could be proud of. So it'd be like, oh, I want to take a picture. Who is that? That's Captain America. Previously, that's Papa Doc. That's the nigga that got ate up by Eminem on 8 Mile.
Now,
that's the nigga who
he evolved. The MCU helped him,
but that's why I'm saying, like, be proud of this role, because this is why people know you now.
But a lot of
prior
people
to
still
that,
don't know he's Captain America because you had to watch the show on Disney to know he's Captain America.
but you know, for the most part, you know he's in the MCU.
Right.
Prior to that, it was like, what's the role you know him for? So if somebody tried to take a picture with you, they had to explain who the fuck you was.
See, here's the thing. The only role I know him from, y'all can say Papa Duck. I never watched really 8 Mile, but I know him for a crossover, and that wasn't the best of best. So in my head, kids asking him for pictures is like, yeah, I want a picture with this bum. So but I get it. Superheroes are now.
That's
like,
all they want him because he's a superhero.
But that's like, I'm gonna give you a prime example. The first Mexican superhero, Blue Beetle. That's like him going around and saying no to these kids.
No, my man Miguel, I hope he's not like that. He's younger, but
no, I'm just giving you an example. This is the first real
Mexican who's superhero being spotlighted. And if he was like, if these kids say, you are a hero, I'm Hispanic or I'm Mexican, he'd be like, nah, I don't take pictures. That shit is crushing. You are an idol. You are somebody people look up to.
Right. I think we just got to be careful with these stars. And that's why as parents, we then need to say to them, like,
that nigga ain't nobody.
Right.
Don't let that nigga crush you because that shit
he's
crush.
Been mainly like the side actor.
That shit'll crush kids for real. Like, damn, my fucking hero just denied me. Damn.
And that's the reason why I love what's his name? Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. Cause you've seen that video where the little boy goes hug his legs and then he runs back and the security comes and Shaq is like, bring him, just bring him. And it's those type of moments right there where you realize like who this person is.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are starting to realize that he ain't shit. And he better be careful because, you know, Marvel, MCU has no problem with taking people out quick and replacing their asses.
Don't get your ass roadied.
Right.
Don't get your ass roadied.
Your ass will die somewhere in that MCU.
Nope. They instead of Don Cheadle, they fucking get what other black actor out there? They get Denzel's son and shit to replace him. And I like him more anyway. Go get John Washington. What's his middle name? Is John something Washington and shit.
I don't know. I'll Google it, but
so
imagine if you get replaced, they bring Terrence Howard to play it. His role. I fucking they bring Terrence Howard.
No, Terrence Howard, they don't fuck with Terrence Howard. They get fucking John
it's John David Washington.
John David Washington, or get my young nigga from Star Wars. Boyega.
John Boyega?
Yeah, get John Boyega to replace your ass. And I actually like him.
I like John.
So fucked up, Papa Doc, man. Be better. Do better, Papa Doc. I know something about you. Went to Cranbrook. That's a private school.
Sorry, Dev. We know you're a fan, but are we a fan of this? Joe Biden is gonna build the wall.
I thought that was Trump thing.
I thought it was racist.
Thought it was.
But obviously, now another white man's building a wall. That's the white man everybody voted for, right?
He finishing the work.
It's like, fuck Trump. He built that wall's racist.
Fuck Donald Trump.
And now Joe Biden out here continuing to build the wall. So,
I mean, we already invested money into it. So, I mean, at this point,
man, they better put a fucking Taco Bell on that border.
That's racist.
It is.
It is racist.
And it says, no, it's crazy. And it says the Biden administration is waiving more than 24 environmental protection laws to build this wall.
Oh wow!
So
they're like, we're gonna fuck up the world and build a wall.
Now, imagine if this was a certain somebody leading with that article It'd be a riot down there. What is going
Right.
on?
Oh yeah, they be standing in front of it, holding hands and shit like. Hey man, it's only one
Biden,
political office.
Biden's excuse is what Bree just said. They already put the money to the side to build it, and they're not trying to put that money anywhere else.
That don't even make sense. So you can't reallocate those funds.
He's saying they're not trying to, but yet they gave billions of dollars to and couldn't cancel them student loans.
Word, but they still like resume the wall. we already paid half of it. We already paid the deposit. Finish building that shit. We already put 10% down.
Now I know what it is. They see these other states are struggling. Don't try to say. I know everybody's trying to get into America, but it's like a little out of control. And the Republicans like, oh, since y'all know what y'all doing, we're just gonna send it to all y'all deal with them.
The migrant shit is out of hand right now.
And all these other states is like, shit, we talked a little too much, so we can't. They could handle it, but they be talking a good game. Now they asses on it's like sink or swim, do something.
And the red states are on the border, but the red states are packing their ass up and sending them to the blue.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, oh, we racist for deporting them? Copy. Y'all do something with them. You know what I'm trying to say?
We drive them
I don't disagree with. You know what I'm trying to say? Y'all argue. Y'all said this what their plans is whatever is racist or they don't do it properly. All right, so now the ball's in your court, deal with it. Now they struggling, they don't even know what to do with it. They got them out here still building the wall.
Yeah, the migrant situation is crazy. Sounds good, want to help the people, but damn, it's a lot of us here that still need help. So
yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like as long as the process, the process works, I feel everyone deserves a right to get a chance, an opportunity to live in America, because it's better than whatever situation they're coming from.
Yeah.
Well, we have a whole bunch of politicians that just talk a good game. They just be talking for points and votes and don't do nothing. And now they feet to the fire and they burning. They ain't doing shit. Shit crazy out here, man.
Shit crazy. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Probably one of the biggest things in the news this past week. Sexy Red had a sexy tape leak on social media.
Did you see it?
I seen a clip of it. It was blurred.
Yeah, it was posted to our IG story, which is weird because usually when somebody posts, they'll do it like OnlyFans or one of those sex sites and shit. You post it on your story, it instantly disappears. I guess within a few hours, I guess, or something like that. So she said she didn't do it. She was hacked. The nigga said he didn't do it. And people just talking shit like, oh,
somebody got to be lying.
Somebody did something, but everybody like her booty hole brown, but the coochie ain't pink and all this and shit, just making fun and all this crazy.
And she made a video talking about that.
Y'all don't get no ass. Y'all don't get no ass if y'all. Of course, my lips is brown. Y'all niggas don't get no pussy. If y'all look inside, y'all niggas ain't never get no ass, and I could tell.
And Ebro got some slack for it because he said he felt like the leaking of the sex tape was more of the brand that she's trying to sell. It fits to what her whole musical movement at the moment.
I think, but she's one of the most popular girls in hip hop. Whereas I don't think she even got to do that right now.
No, it's not that she has to do it, but I think his point is
he said it's on brand.
Yeah, it's everything she talks about is okay, a sex tape leaks. It just fits. So everything she's not at this moment.
Everything she talk about is salacious.
So it's you don't bat an eye. It's I wouldn't expect that from her. No, I'm trying to say that.
It's like Suki with the good hair. What they call Suki with the good coochie or something. if you drop a sex, if your sex tape leak is like its own brand to what you already talk about and what you do.
Even though she's trying to rebrand, so she's not Suki with the good cooch anymore.
What is she?
Just Suki.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
You're talking about Sukiyana? That's
Suki with a good coochie.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just know Suki with the good head coochie. That's I don't know Sukiyana. I didn't know that.
That's her real name, Sukiyana.
That's her real name or her real rap, like her rap.
But when did she ever?
Stage name.
That's her stage name. But I never heard her say she got good hair. She always wear weave.
I used to think it was Suki with the good hair until I heard her say Suki with the good coochie. I thought it was Suki with the good hair because they always say Becky with the good hair, so that's why I automatically put it together like that. But yeah, Sexy Red, not so sexy. She looked like Young Thug, and Jimmy Butler. So I don't care.
That is hilarious.
I can't stand her music, but
Ski.
I'm not gonna lie, that song sounds a little catchy.
Ski.
Everything's a damn gimmick in this world today. Like I've never heard music that's more of a.
That's probably her most catchiest record to me.
Yeah, it is. It is. You think that's more catchy than Pound Town?
I think so. I just think the
Pound Town was big. Yeah.
The Pound Town was big, but I just think that whole shit. I think the ski is just more catchier.
Yeah. Right.
Like with the beat, you don't even gotta say nothing on the lips. Just keep saying ski. That's it. Yeah. You don't gotta say nothing else. Niggas know what you're talking about. You hear the beat and you say that, niggas know what you're talking about.
That's a fact, though.
But let's keep it music. Walo, sent out a little message. I forgot to send it to the chat. I'll send it to ASO chat now, but I'll, read his little social media essay.
Soliloquy.
So Walo 267, he said the landscape of the rap industry is undergoing a remarkable transformation. It's becoming increasingly evident that today's fans have become more discerning and sophisticated in their tastes, yet it's intriguing to observe that many artists, teams have yet to catch up with this evolving dynamic. The era of relying solely on flashy jewelry, ostentatious fashion choices, references to drugs, and flaunting firearms to capture attention is fading into obscurity. What truly resonates with the audiences now is not the gimmicks, but rather the power of authentic, high-quality music. For a significant period, it seemed like attention-grabbing antics and manufactured controversies were a driving force behind the rap game's success. However, this era is gradually drawing to a close. The numbers, particularly those on platforms like YouTube, Spotify, Apple Charts, are painting a starkly different picture. They reveal that it is not the manufactured motion or shock value that propels artists to the forefront, but the quality of their music and the genuine connection they establish with their listeners. In this transformed landscape, the practice of paying for a feature from a more established artists no longer guarantee success. It's increasingly apparent that each artist has their own unique impact, and success is often built on individual merit rather than collaborations alone. This shift underscores the importance of honing one's craft, production, compelling and resonant music, and cultivating a genuine fan base. In essence, the rap game is experiencing a significant metamorphosis, and the artists and their teams must adapt to this new reality by prioritizing musical authenticity and the cultivation of devoted fan following rather than relying on outdated gimmicks and manufactured trends. I wish you all the best, respect, and love, Walo. Yeah, I felt like a whole. I felt like I was at a class lecture in college and writing the whole shit. My man Wallo's dropping all the good words.
I love Walo, but I disagree. I think the trends have changed, but still the trends lead what music is. Like, yeah, although Motherfuckers still on YouTube loving that whole drill, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, I kill him, dropping ops names and all that shit. Like, people still love that goofy shit. Anybody don't sell a bunch of records, but on YouTube and places like that, it does still garner a large following. I think I agree in a sense with him saying, like, linking up with the big artist ain't gonna guarantee you like success and shit unless it's Drake, because that's the only one that can do it. But other than that, that doesn't really work. You see a lot of superstars connecting themselves with the young guys who created their own following, but ultimately it's the power of social media and the trends of social media that's driving music. You look at most of the music sales now, motherfuckers buy songs just to hear that one part of a track that they heard via TikTok. Motherfuckers don't even like the song, but they like that 30-second snippet that they was able to do all that to and shit. So the game is changing, and I think the biggest influencer is social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Reels. Like, that's where music is influenced. I don't think artistry and the creativity of the artist is changing music, because I don't see these artists being as big as Walo's making it seem like. I feel like even with social media is making old songs popular again.
True.
Like, you see a lot of that where these older songs are getting new life due to social media and the TikToks and all that shit. That's the biggest change in music as a whole. Social media. Artistry is not changing. Artistry, you got the gimmick rappers, you got the ones who take it serious, R&B, all that. R&B continues to struggle, and it's a lot of talented people out there, but people don't want to be in love anymore. People want toxic music and shit, and so R&B is gonna continue to struggle in that regard. But I think social media is what's pushing music forward. Like, solely, that's the main frontier, is finding something snippet, finding something catchy, because that's all people care about, that 30 seconds to a minute worth of fun creativity. But the artists themselves, people don't really care about the artists. People care about that little moment, and then they on to the next one and shit. So it's like, I get what Walo trying to say. Yeah, the whole shoot 'em up, bang, bang, I'm a gangster, I'm the biggest gangster, and that's gonna make people come to me. That's not popular anymore. But
people still gravitate.
There's still a market for it. But I'm saying, like, yeah, that might have changed, but I don't think artist creativity is what's the driving force. I think it's social media and gimmicks via social media is what's changing.
I think what part of Walo's statement is what he wants. I think that's the change that he wants. Because obviously, he has some truth in what his statement is. You're seeing the difference between authentic music and its success versus people that's just attention grabbers. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
You see the actual difference, like how you talked about it earlier. You beat number one for the first week, but after that first week, you number 50, 30, you drop down. And he's basically saying, like, the real authentic ones will be, they may not be number one that first week, they'll be number 10, and they'll gradually move up, because like, people genuinely fuck with it, and people will continue to support it, and it'll get like pushed up, and it's like, oh shit, it grew to number one. So I think it's more of like, I feel like some of it is happening, because obviously we see the antics and the shit that people be flopping when they do the antics, like, oh, you know what this is gonna lead? This ain't gonna lead to nowhere. Just people doing this shit, but that's, the antics have expiration date.
Yeah,
it has an expiration date, because after that you have to make the transition, because you can't, doing the antics ain't always gonna be there. So you got to transition. You get the antics to get on. You trying to stay in a position of being a person that people listen to, you gotta.
Right.
I can't do the antics no more. Gotta take this a little more seriously and become more authentic for my listeners. That way, I can build this fan base.
Yeah.
So I feel like in some parts of what he said is true, but I feel like that's more of what his vision of what he wants.
Right.
A perfect hip hop world is what he
Yeah.
said in that message.
Nah, I can see that.
Which is not wrong. I agree. I would like to see that. You know what I'm trying to say? I would like to see more of the antics and all that stuff be more on the. It's like, oh, he tried it, you know.
Right.
But because a lot of people, shit, it's not an antic, but Doja Cat, look how big she is, and look what her first song was.
Well, she a troll. She a big troll.
That's what I'm saying,
Oh,
but she
yeah,
grew.
she
You
is true.
know what I'm trying to say? She grew. No one would have thought her coming from that song would be she'd be where she's at today. Just listen to that, the Moon song. I think that's what it's called, but
Move.
but
Yeah.
she did what Walo's messages did. She transitioned. She still be doing the antics though here and there. She be doing the trolling. That's her antics, the
That girl,
trolling.
she'll
Still trolling, but the music is still authentic.
Yeah.
Cause Doja Cat don't really need to troll. We know that's what she is, but she don't need to troll.
Not at this point. She don't.
Mm-hmm. But I see Wallow's point, and I think that would be dope for overall music.
Yeah, I can see the potential of his point, and I hope the potential of what he's saying was to come to fruition. I'm just saying the landscape of music is still full
Cloud
with games.
chasing,
Yeah,
cloud chasing, and all the nonsense. That's still part of the landscape. And I agree with you. That's still part of the landscape, but we need to move away from that and move to more what Wallow put in that message.
Right.
Bree, any thoughts?
Well, I'm not a big rap fan, so I really can't say if it's a gimmick or not. I feel like rap has always been a gimmick, and that's what has gotten them where they at. So when you take that away, you kind of take away the idea of rap. So
I need to bring back the old school rap. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hey, you know, brother, time to say we going outside and we can play. Don't do drugs. Don't smoke the weed. Go out and plant a tree. Oh, ho, ho.
We don't need to go that anxious.
Hey, young brother, put down the cigarettes.
But I'm not gonna lie, Alpha not. That's it. Not what I'm trying to say. There's in some of those songs they were spitting with those old flows. Not all, but some of them.
I'm like, boo, shut your old ass up. Boo, shut your old ass up.
That's crazy. They were spitting.
Shut your old ass up, man.
Not
Hey there, brother. Don't smoke the weed. Go outside and plant the tree. Dance with your brother. Dance with your fun. Dance together and have some fun.
That's good flows, man. Good flows, good times. But now we're gonna transition to our closing segment. You know, from time to time I borrow from the C2 world. It's one of our shows we haven't did in a while. We've done it on the OSA. We've done this own version, but you know, the good old this or that, the ASO edition. We did this episodes ago. I don't know. This is what be our second time or third time doing it on ASO.
I don't know.
It might be the second. I'm gonna say second. I know we did second or third. Second or third.
This or that. This or that. This or that. You can get with this. You can get with that. You can
I got some. I got some.
Excuse me.
Regular ones. I got some decent ones. So
give us what you got, nigga.
Huh?
Give us what you got, nigga.
All right. Bit by a spider or stung by a bee?
Bit by a spider or stung by a bee?
Stung by a bee.
I'd rather float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
What the fuck? What are you? Monopoly.
Sting by a spider, stung by a bee. I'd rather get stung by a bee. Cause you see those, bro, you get bit by a spider, you see those spider bites a couple of days later, them shit hurt, and that shit be big as fuck. At least that bee sting, you take the sting out.
You can enjoy it because then you can just poke it and watch all the pus come out. Don't you like
that shit? No, but that shit hurts. That shit really be hurting. Bee sting is momentarily. That shit be gone.
Unless you're allergic.
Unless you're allergic, then goddamn, God bless you. But every regular person, bee sting, you get the stinger out, boom, you might feel a little woozy in a moment, but that shit goes away quick. You get bit by a spider, especially if you get bit and you don't really know it, and then like you wake up the next day and you see that shit, you're like, ah shit, what the fuck is that? You look and you see that shit, bro. It's like, what the fuck bit me? That shit slowly started to get, bro. That spider bite shit hurt.
Well, so sting by the bee, hit by a bus or hit by a train?
What the fuck?
This don't make no sense.
Yeah, pick one.
Nigga,
Don't make no sense.
say I get hit by the bus, at least I can roll under that motherfucker. The train, it's over. It's a quiet.
But see, some people would say the train is off the ground a little bit, so you can actually lay down flat and probably get.
Yeah, I'm saying like I think the impact of
the bus is worse.
No, because the train ain't stopping. At least the bus driver gonna try and slow it down.
I don't know which one will stop faster, but they both can hit the brake.
Man, that train shit ain't slowing down too fast, like bro. That shit ain't slowing down. And I get what you're saying because the train is elevated, so you probably could. I just think that smack put your ass, blow you up. You're gonna blow up.
You just gotta hope if you get on the train side where you get smacked, there's like a little where it's like that part because you know this it's in between shit, like where it's elevated in between. So if it smacks, you just gotta hope you land in that little ditch area and it just goes over you.
I just know bus
and you don't
drivers.
hit that third rail.
I just know bus drivers personally, and I know their ass ain't some of them. So
they're like, you out here, you in my way.
Yeah, they really need some bad drivers.
Oh, I get some time off.
All right.
Run your ass down.
Casamigos, Terramana.
What?
You know what? I've never had either one.
Really? I've had Casamigos.
I've never had Casamigos. I never had Terramana.
I don't know what the hell Terramana is.
That's the rock shit.
Yeah, both tequila.
I heard Terramana is good though. If I had to choose which one I want to taste, I would go with the Terramana. It seems more exclusive, more like
that Terramana is fire. I fucks with Terramana.
Yeah, Casamigos is some hood rat shit. So that's some block. That's the Hennessy of tequilas.
But see, that's the Casamigos didn't start off like that. Casamigos was a very expensive brand that
the niggas took over. Casamigos. But I'm gonna go with the Terramana if I had to choose because it just feels more it feels more mature, more elite than the Casamigos.
All right. Shit yourself, pee yourself.
Pee myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna pee myself. I don't know. Either one could be worse because if you shit yourself, and what type of shit? Is it that wet shit? Because if it's kind of turdy, then you could come out of them draws and be straight. But if it's runny, it's quiet. And you funky as hell. Ain't no running from that. Whereas the piss, I ain't got to catch all the piss. I might be able to get some of my dick out. I'm gonna go with the pee.
Banging your funny bone or stubbing your toe?
Funny bone.
Funny bone. That stubbing your toe, that shit hurt. That's painful. That's painful.
It is.
Especially when you got a crock pot.
Really? We shouting out my business out and the fucking.
You ain't know how you know what I'm talking about. John don't get it. Moving on.
That's an India. I got inside. It's all right. The Johnson.
John.
It's a Johnson inside.
Young
Just
Money,
know, just
MMG.
know, just know my wife had a fight with a crock pot and lost.
John, fuck guys, since he wanted to do that dumb shit. John, it was one Sunday I was gonna cook the fucking, and I had bought this large ass crock pot, right?
Mhm.
And the shit is heavy as fuck. I mean, this shit is heavy as fuck.
No, it is heavy.
And so I didn't know that, because I didn't know the top wasn't put back on. So when I went to go grab the top, it wasn't connected to the bottom, and the bottom of the pot fell on my toe.
The base of the crock pot.
Damn.
From our kitchen, from over the sink.
Oh nah, that's it. She broke her toe. She had to break her toe.
She didn't break it, but bruh.
So then I'm like, Devin, I'm in massive pain. He's like, you're dramatic. And I'm like, okay, the pain made me go to sleep, John. That's how painful it was. I woke up and I took the blankets off my foot. That shit was completely black.
It looked like, have you ever seen I'm Gonna Get You Sucker when Isaac Hayes' foot got shot? How shit was like.
Oh.
When Isaac Hayes got shot in the foot on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Yeah.
Her shit was like this. I'm like, damn, you really got hit. I'm thinking like, cause like initially I'm thinking, come on, man, you always saying something hurting. Like she woke up in the night, like I'm in pain. I looked that up. I said, damn.
The fucking toe was black, John.
Bro, that shit was bad. I'm sitting like, yo, you really, like only you gonna have a whole crock pot fall on their foot and shit.
You know how bad it was, John?
Mm-hmm.
We had to like make a little incision in the toe so that the
pus and blood could come out and shit. Like
that's crazy.
It was bad, bro.
That's crazy. Got like a little bit more. Young Money, MMG.
Young Money.
Young Money or who?
Maybach Music.
I don't like any, but Young Money, I guess.
Nicki Wayne, Drake.
Yeah. Like,
but Meek's MMG, Brie.
Nicki Wayne, Drake.
I just said Young Money.
You ain't say Young Money or Meek Mill. She would have said Meek Mill if you would say Young Money.
But he's still MMG though. You pick MMG, you pick Meek.
But I listen more to Drake than I do Meek. I like his old shit, and I listen to more to Nicki than I do Meek. Sorry, Meek. But I love
this is more of which grinds your gears more, hearing people fuck up movie quotes or people fucking up song lyrics?
Song lyrics.
People talking in movie theaters.
That's not one of the options. It's song lyrics for me. Yes. Dorian does that shit all the time. When he don't know the song, he'd be like,
yo, this nigga Dorian, it'd be his first time hearing the song. And we'll be singing it, and he be trying to sing along. I'd be like, bro, you ain't even heard the song before. He just be trying to catch it, like, yeah. Like, bro, you never heard the song. Shut up and listen so you can learn the words. Man, the wife, we singing it, he come right in. Like, bro, shut up. You don't know the song. Movie quotes, I don't give a fuck. Like, oh, who cares? Y'all don't know the shit. I quote movies all the time, but it's funny. Fucking up lyrics is bad, but even worse is fucking up a movie by talking. I don't care what you say. Right. Shut the fuck up.
There are two more. Sixes, Jordan 6s, Jordan 7s.
Jordan 7.
6.
Cash App or Zelle?
Zelle. I don't trust that Cash App shit. That shit is a bogus ass way to get your money. You didn't hear that they were stealing
Cash App. Everybody got Cash App.
But they were stealing money from Cash App.
I don't care. Cash App is what
they were taking money. People's money.
That's the ghetto banking system. Cash App.
That's ratchet as hell. I would never use Cash App.
Ghetto banking system. Cash App.
Last one. Buried alive or electrocuted?
What? What he said?
Buried alive or electrocuted.
See, but the buried alive, there's a chance I can
electrocute me, I'ma fucking die and being buried alive.
Yeah.
I am going to go crazy.
The panic attack of being buried
Bro,
alive is be.
Bro, the panic attack I'm going to have. I just had a panic attack doing the MMR or MRI. Bro,
MRI.
I can't get buried alive. I'ma die. That's gonna be so painful. At least the shock is like, man, I'm out. Buried alive, that's so bad, bro. That's so bad.
But I've heard of stories of like people being buried alive and somebody hearing them and then they coming and saving the day.
No, because you have a time frame to survive. But that's just saying being wide awake and witnessing you be buried alive.
You like this, no space. You can't move and shit. You spinning and shit. Man, nigga, you hug me too long, I'm gonna fucking go into a panic attack.
That's so true. You cannot hug Devin too long. I've tried.
Bro,
I've tried that challenge where you just hug your husband and don't let go.
Bro,
That shit does not work for my husband.
I need space. Do not touch me. I'm telling you, that MRI, I was dying, bro. Had me pressing the button. He ain't saying shit, bro. I was ready to fight.
Nah, I had a bad experience with an MRI. I had fucked up my knee. I was in there, bro. I was in pain. I was like, nah, let me out. I gotta get out this shit. I had that one bad experience with MRI. But other than that, MRIs ain't too bad.
Now my MRIs was never bad until this last one. And now I feel like he fucked it up for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was so bad and I got all claustrophobic and shit. Fuck that. Don't bury me alive. Shoot me, nigga.
I'm just thinking buried alive, people could come and save you.
Shit, I get electrocuted. I could make it. Hey, niggas jump up from being electrocuted.
Niggas survive getting struck by lightning, right?
Yeah,
you get electrocuted, get struck by lightning.
Hard get that reboot. They get that recharge. Do. Let's get it. Yeah, fuck that buried alive shit. I'm dying.
So with that being said, that's ASO version of this or that. We'll probably do more in the future. Try to get a little more funnier ones, a little more crazier ones. With that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of Another Shitty Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Dev, who's hosting from the front, and co-host Bree, who's hosting in the back. And we are out.